Inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement, House Democrats last year passed the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, but the bill stalled in the Republican-controlled Senate. The ambitious reform bill would end qualified immunity for police officers and seek to ban no-knock warrants and chokeholds. On Wednesday, the bill was reintroduced and heads for a vote next week, which just happens to coincide with the National Day of Empathy that my next guest is a part of. Joining me now, a social justice activist who also happens to be the queen mother of Beyoncé and Solange, Miss Tina Knowles-Lawson. Miss Knowles-Lawson, I'm so excited to have you here. I could die right now. Thank you so much for joining us. And I love that we're here to talk about something of substance. Tell me, how did you get involved in the National Day of Empathy?
Well, I have been talking to Van Jones and Lewis Reed about a couple of people, young people that are incarcerated, and I feel that the time that they've been in there has been so unjust and so overkill. And just about the disparity between Black youth that makes a mistake or they get into trouble and a white youth. I mean, it's completely different. And so I reached out to them to help, to see if I could get some help for Matthew Rushin. And I'm sure you've heard about him. He's a young man that is autistic, and he had a car accident, and he was accused of trying to kill himself. And regardless as to whether he was or not, and he was not, his family swears that he was not. He got into an accident and he got into this state, and he turned around, and the accident caused a very bad accident, and it did hurt someone very badly, which I'm very sad about. But instead of taking him to the hospital, they took him to a interrogation room and kept him for like 8 hours without seeing his family. And he's autistic, and he was given 50 years for that. And they reduced it down to 10 years, but he's been in this place in prison for 2 years, has not been able to ever see his family. And you can imagine, if you know anything about autism, it's all about claustrophobia and tension and anxiety. That's one. And then the other is the case of my godson, Jason Gatewood, who was caught with marijuana, and he did have a gun in the car. He was, I think, 19, and he was given 20 years, of which he served 11. And I just see every day instances of the disparity between how people of color are treated, you know, from the time they're stopped in a traffic violation or whether they have mental illness. It ends in death a lot of times. Right. And enough is enough. So I got involved, and I was asking them to help. And I heard about the Day of Empathy, and it is just an amazing thing.
And I have to... I love that you're involved in this, and I have to tell you, I think you're speaking for a lot of people right now, because when we hear about these cases that you highlight and see Black bodies fall and juxtapose that with the violent insurrectionists who get to go on vacations to Mexico and sit at home and perhaps even watch this segment right now. So I'm thrilled that you're doing this. So tell me, what exactly will you be doing on the Day of Empathy?
Well, the Day of Empathy, I decided that I would pray. And I would reach out to some of the mothers who, their kids didn't make it to jail, like Tamika Palmer, who is a friend, her daughter, Breonna Taylor, who was, gunned down, and Sabrina Fulton, who lost our beautiful Trayvon Martin 9 years ago. I'm going to spend that day dedicating it to the mothers who have lost their kids, and the mothers that have kids incarcerated for unacceptable amounts of time.
Right. And again, with the case of Breonna Taylor, I mean, we see how other people are treated. And like your godson, who's sent to jail for an ungodly amount of time over marijuana, while state sponsored violence is considered acceptable in this country in many areas. So I want to switch topics really quickly before we have to let you go. I want to ask you, is your family okay in Texas after this horrible storm that impacted so many people there? And are you doing anything on the ground there?
Oh, absolutely. Because, Texas can't catch a break. I mean, they've had 2 major storms, COVID, and now this. And a lot of my relatives were affected very badly by this. But Be Good, Beyonce's organization, is teamed up with Adidas and also Jack Dorsey, who has been a guardian angel, and other organizations, Matthew 25, and today they're distributing water, but they're also giving funds to people. They can apply for funds if they've been affected, if they've had pipes to burst or flooding, and it's through Bread of Life. And Bread of Life is an angel to the community because they're distributing water today and supplies and meals, and we're trying to do what we can because it's our good old hometown, Houston.
Well, I think that's certainly applaudable, and I love that you're doing that as well. And I want to tell you, I do follow you on Instagram. You're like everybody's mother. I love your corny jokes. I share them with my mom all the time. You brought up Beyonce, so I just want to ask you, did she forget my home address? Because I've been seeing everybody post these Icy Park outfits, and I check the mail every day, Miss Tina, and I have not gotten anything. So if you could just pass that message along to her. Okay, all right. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. And Blue did such a wonderful job on your makeup, by the way, because I did see that on your Instagram. So thank you so much. You're such a delight. Exactly. You're such a delight. So thank you. You've made my entire day for joining us. So thank you. And we'll be watching, and hopefully a lot of our viewers will join in on the Day of Empathy. I appreciate you.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.